If you have any question, you can ask. So last time we explained the process by which you can, through that content, we said that. Please off your microphone for us. So we said that first, after admission, what you have to do is to request for your I-20. After requesting for your I-20, then you buy the MRV. So you go to any GT bank and buy the MRV. That is what we said. Then after that, you book for your interview. So you use the code that they will give it to you to book for the interview, to book for an appointment at cantonment. That is American Embassy. So as of June 17, 2023, it was 2,201 Ghana cedis. Yes, as of that time, that is what the visa fee stands. And so after that, you will also fill your DS 160. You fill your DS 160. So you fill your DS 160, then you wait for your interview. So during the waiting, what we normally do is that we do mock interviews. That is, we ask you questions that are likely to be asked at the interview. Then maybe 1 week or 2 weeks to the interview, you pay what we call service fee. And the service fee as of now is $350. The service fee cannot be paid by you in Ghana or any African country. It should be paid by somebody in the US. So the service fee should be paid by somebody in the US on your behalf. The person will send you the receipts of the payment so that you can send it to the interview. So those are the things that we spoke about last week. If you have any question, you can ask. So there are various documents you have to present during the interview. There are various documents. So all the things that I've said, you have to send a confirmation page to the interview site, so that when you are asked, mostly if you don't have full funding, you have to send your bank statement. You have to send your bank statements. If you don't have full funding, if you have full funding, you have to send your scholarship letter. The admission letter is not optional, it is compulsory. You have to send admission letter to, you have to send your offer letters, your funding letters. That one too, you have to send it. Then the DS 160 confirmation page. When you finish filling all the information in the DS 160, you have to print a confirmation page. It consists of your picture and some few information about you. You print that page and you send it to the interview. Then also you have to print the appointment confirmation page. The appointment confirmation page, that one too, you have to print that. That is the date that you book at the interview. So you print that confirmation page too. Then you have to also send your passports. You have to send your passport and also 2 passport pictures. That is US size passport pictures. Those are 2 by 2, not the normal ones in Ghana. They are not the normal ones in Ghana. This one is a different size. It's bigger than the one that we normally use in Ghana. So you have to send a 2 by 2, and there's a criteria for that. Your background should be white. Then you should be distinct inside. Those things, those people who take the picture knows all those criteria. So you must make sure that you fulfill all those criteria. all those criterion. If not, you'll be disqualified. Even when you are uploading it on your DS160, it might not be accepted. So you should take critical notice of that. If you go to Cantonment to take that picture, it's very expensive there. Yes, one thing you have to pay attention to is to take it in your locality where you are. If you go and take the picture at Cantonment, it's very expensive. As of the time we went for the interview in May 2023, they were being charged somewhere 200 cedis or something, 300 cedis. Because you are in dire need of the thing, they also have to charge you. So you have to take it at your locality as low as 30 cedis or something. So if you don't want trouble, just take the picture at your locality. Anywhere that is a photo, this thing, they can just take it for you. So Emmanuel has raised up the hand. We will allow Emmanuel to ask his question.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Um, Please, I want to find out. I was told that if you do your what that you call it, the on the MRV, like the visa application, the passport that you would enter, it is not, you can't change it afterwards, or you can't update it. I'm asking this because my passport is due to expire maybe next month or so. Yes, and I've applied, and they told me that I'll get the new one somewhere in March. And I also want to do the application, but so should I wait to get the new one before filing for the date, or what do I have to do? Um, Confused.
Hello, Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if we are asking about passport picture or the main passport. The passport.
No, the passport document passport.
Oh, okay. So yours is about to expire, right?
Yes.
So it's advisable you wait for the new one.
Okay.
But you can use this one to do it. Then when this one comes, you just change the number and the area where the passport was given to you. The place of issuance. You get it. So you can use the old one to just set up, do everything, do the filling of the DS160, and do all those things. You get it.
Yes.
Yeah. So when the new one comes, you just enter into the system, then you change the
Uh,
information.
okay. I was told that it's not possible to update the passport after the passport number after you have booked a date,
Yeah,
because I was told.
for appointments, for appointments, that is right. The person who told you was really right, because once you use your appointment, you use your passport to book for an appointment, your passport number will be captured, and so
Okay.
you have to go and buy another MRV. You see, so what it
Yeah.
is that for the for the booking of the appointment, it's advisable you use the new one. You wait for the new one and use the new one to book for the appointment. If not, you will need to go and buy a new MRV, and it's costly. You get it. So you don't want to
Yes.
waste money. You don't want to squander resources. So what you have to do is that just wait, have patience for the new one to come. Then you use the number on the new passport to apply for the appointment date. You get it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I think that is right. Do we still have questions? We are still accepting questions.
I
So,
still, I still have a question.
okay, Mono, my name, right?
Yes. Yeah, yes, sure.
Mhm.
Um, so I want to know if, let's say, the general cost of attendance for a school is like let's say $30,000, and you get an assistantship or maybe a scholarship of 30 of like 25,000. Do you still have to show a statement of about the 50,000, or you just need a statement like 10,000 that will cover the deficit to get your I-20? Or yes, that's what I want to know.
Okay, so that's a good question. Most of the times, what happens is that when you are given a scholarship and the scholarship is partial, as in the case of what you said, what you have to do is provide a bank statement. But the bank statement should at least triple the deficit. So let's say it is 30,000, the cost of attendance is 30,000 US dollars, and you are, let's say, the scholarship given to you is 25,000, which means that 5,000 is the deficit, right? So what you have
Yes.
to do is that if you get a bank statement which has an amount of 15,000, 20,000, even 10,000, it is fine. So
Okay.
that is how it is.
Okay. So you don't need the general 30,000 as it is written
No,
on the web.
you don't need that huge amount. I think my case was the same. I was given a scholarship of about somewhere 24,000 to 25,000, and my deficit was somewhere 8,000. And so I
Okay.
provided a bank statement, which is about 10,000 US dollars. You get it.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
when I went to the interview, I was just asked three questions. I was just asked three questions. You get it.
Oh, wow.
And
Yeah.
when I arrived in the States, I realized that all those deficits, they are just a like estimated amount. And so it's not that amount that you are going to even pay. You get it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so those costs of attendance are estimated. And so since they are estimated, they are not they are not the cost that you are going to bear. You realize that
Oh,
that 25,000 that they have given to you can even cater for everything.
oh, okay.
Mhm. So most of
Okay.
the time, you just have to get either double or triple of the deficit on your bank statement.
Okay.
Hmm. Okay, so we have Hannah who has raised her hand. Can you kindly ask your question? Hello, hello.
Okay. Yeah, hello, hello, good evening.
Yeah, evening.
Yeah. Uh, okay, Anna. Okay, sorry.
That means then I think it's a mistake. I just joined, so
Oh,
maybe in
this
the
is
course of
Hama,
it,
right?
I'll ask my question.
Okay, Hamid. Okay. So you can go ahead and ask your question.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. I want to thank the admin for this opportunity. Well, my question is this: one, the cost of attendance that is being put on the I-20, does it, like for some of us that we are going for 2 years course, does the cost of attendance cover all your 2 years course or just a year uh, attendance? That's one. Then my second question is, I wanted, although I'm still receiving admission and I'm waiting for scholarship, but peradventure the scholarship I will be given will not be up to the cost of attendance that I will have. So I want to use my partner business as a source of fund, as a source of funding for my study. And the business I wanted to use, I started the business around 2017, of which I did not register because I've been seeing that they might ask for the CAC registration of your business if you are claiming that your business want to give you that kind of amount. So, and I've not registered the business, and I was like, will that one not be a red flag for me? If I said from my business I generate, let's say, a sum of 8 million naira, and it has not been registered. So that's my question.
Okay, how Hamid, I think those questions are good questions. So mostly in the United States, if you are given a cost of attendance, the cost of attendance actually ranges a period of 1 year. So when you are given, when the cost of attendance is stated on the I-20, it's actually telling you that that is the cost of living and comprising your tuition fees, your living expenses, and everything included for 1 year. So it's not 2 years. And then this question about issue of using your company as like using the company's bank this thing for backup, and you have not registered for it. I think that if you have not registered for it, then it will cost you in a way. If you have actually registered, then they know that your business can stand the test of time. And so if they are actually giving you the visa, they know that your business can be sustained even if you are not in Nigeria or in Africa. But the situation where you have not actually registered for the business, then I think that it will go a long way to affect it. So why don't you, why not actually use a bank statement of a business which has been registered? You get it? If either you can, one, register for the business, or you can use another bank statement. I think those two options can work for you as it stands now. Hello, Hamid.
Okay, thank you. Yes, I'm with you. Although I wanted to register the business now, so and I'm of the opinion that won't the VO officer think that it's because of the visa, that's why I'm just registering the business now. Because if
So
I should register,
how do they know that this is the time that you register the business? You get it? So
on the
what
CAC on
actually
the
happens
CAC
is that,
certificate,
hello.
I'm with you.
So what actually happens is that you will not, though the business certificate is required during the interview, but you might not be asked. The probability for the VO to ask you for the business certificate is about 10% or something. So you get it.
It's
It is
clear.
only the bank statement where their
Okay.
concentration is. If you are able to provide a very
Okay.
solid bank statement where, when maybe they put you on administrative review, they can still find that amount in that particular bank. That one, they don't really care about either your business is even authentic or not. Once the money is within your bank accounts, they are good about that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
what I would say is that they are more concerned about the authenticity of the bank statement than,
Bank statement.
yeah, the business.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
You are welcome, bro. Do we have extra questions? Do we have any questions? Okay, so Desmond has raised the hand. Please, you can ask your question. Please, can you go ahead and ask your question? Hello.
Yeah, please, can I be heard?
Yeah.
Please, can you hear me? Okay. So, my question is that when it comes to applying, um, are there states, for example, can I apply to a school in a particular state, and the scholarship that will be giving me, another person will apply for same program in a different state, and we'll have, you know, we'll have to provide, you know, different. The cost of living in different states may vary. So, should that be taken into consideration when choosing schools in the states? So maybe there are high cost of living states which may let my program or cost of attendance raise very high, which maybe can shoot maybe from $30,000 to maybe 45,000, depending on the state. Is that something I should consider when I'm to choose a school? Should I consider the state? Thank you.
Okay, bro, it's a very good question. So, if you are choosing a school, you have to actually consider the cost of attendance. You have to consider the costs of the state, the cost of living in the state. When you look at states like California, New York, Washington D.C., those areas, because of the high cost of living, the cost of attendance also increases. And so maybe you'll be given a scholarship in, let's say, Texas or somewhere like Wyoming or Indiana. You'll be given a scholarship of 30,000 US dollars, and it can cover everything. But when you look at New York or California, when you are given 50,000 as a scholarship, sometimes you can still have a deficit of 40,000 US dollars. Why? Because the cost of living there is very high. I quite remember one guy who went last year. This guy was given a scholarship of 60,000 US dollars, and he was still having a deficit of 40,000 US dollars. And so, regardless of the amount of the scholarship that was given to him, the deficit makes it still very small. So, what my advice is that you have to consider the costs of attendance, the cost of living at a particular state and a school before you choose those things. When you are choosing a school, you have to consider those things so that once you enter into the system, you can actually move to any of the states of your choice. You get it. So use a very less costs of living schools to enter into the state. Then after you have entered into the state, you can move to any of the states that you want. Those big cities, you can just go there. Even during vacations, even when you are done with your program, you can move to any of the states that you want. Once you are on F1 visa status, you can move to any of the states of your choice.
Okay, okay, thank you. So since you are in the States right now, uh, I will charge you to at least encourage give some of the states that are of low cost of attendance. Already you've mentioned California and others which are high, New York that are high. So maybe we want to hear more from you on states like North Dakota, South Dakota, and all those Illinois that maybe have less cost of attendance
Yeah,
and cost of
I think that if North Dakota, South Dakota, you can get a cost of attendance of about 23,000 US dollars. You get it, 23,000. So if you are given even a scholarship of 20,000, you can still survive there. So those areas, as you have mentioned, they have lower cost of attendance, like North Dakota, South Dakota, Illinois. Texas is somewhere medium. Texas is 35,000, 40,000 US dollars. But when you think of Harvard, those big schools and those big states like California, Missouri, and those areas, they are 60,000 and
Michigan.
above. Yes, 50,000,
Mm,
60,000 and above. And so you have to also consider your resources because the school might not be able to give you the whole of the funding. And so you have to cater for some. If if the school is able to give you everything, then why not? You can actually go. So I also advise most of the students who wants to come to the state that don't put all your eggs in one basket. You have to you have to put them into different baskets. You get it. What it means is that don't apply to only one school. Just apply to several schools, and any opportunity that comes, you can actually make a headway.
okay, thank you.
I think Hamed too's hand is up. Eric too's Eric, your hand is also up. So kindly go on, Hamed. Okay, so I think Ahmed is still mute or something. Eric, can you continue
Okay.
and
Okay.
ask your
I'm here.
question?
I'm here now.
Okay, so can
Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, you can be heard.
Okay. So my question is, does the number of schools someone applies to has any effect on your visa interview? Most of the VO they ask that how many school do you apply to? Because like me now, I'm looking for funding and it is funny enough. I've applied to 9 schools
Okay.
in the US.
okay,
So
so I think okay, continue. Ask your question.
so yeah, with the look of that. So when the VO is asking that how many school, if I said 9 school, hope that one will not even scare that why now? Hope that is not too much.
I think in my case I applied to 10 schools, so you are still behind
Okay.
me. In my
Ah,
case, I applied to 10 schools last year.
and do you declare the 10?
Eh?
Do you declare the 10 when or did you not ask that kind of question
No,
from you?
that question wasn't asked. I was asked just 3 questions. And so that
Okay.
question wasn't asked, yeah. But if you are asked, just know the school's name. So when the viewer asks you how many schools did you apply, you just say, "Oh, I applied to 9 schools, I applied to 10 schools." Then you start mentioning them. Apply to maybe Michigan Tech, apply to this
Okay.
school, apply to that school. Just mention
And
them.
they
It
will
will wait patiently for you to just go over all of them. You get
have
me?
okay,
Hmm.
okay.
Some
Because they
people are
used
going
to
to
ask that
decide.
how many.
Hello.
Yeah, I said they will ask that how many give you admission. I think they used to have that question too.
Yeah, you yourself crowd have to say it, even if they don't ask you. So what it means is that if the viewer asks you that how many school did you apply to, then you say 9, but I got admission to this. You get it. The reason why I
Okay.
chose this is then you state the reason. You get it.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Uh-huh. So during the mock interview, we teach all of these questions, how to answer them and how to give them the appropriate answers so that you can get a visa.
I will
So
join. I will join. Really, I get the letter for my funding. I will join the mock interview.
that's fine. So now what they are doing is that most of the schools they are reviewing applications.
Yes.
Most of the what do you call it? Most of the admission committees are reviewing the applications, and so they
Okay,
will begin
I've
to.
received two. I've received two admission.
Oh, okay, that is good. That is fine. Okay, so Ahmed, are you done with your questions?
Yes, yes, we are done. Thank you.
Okay, so let's give chance to Eric to also ask his question. Then we'll come back to this one. Eric, are you there? Hello, Eric.
Yes, I'm there.
Okay, so kindly ask your question.
Okay, please. My question is that can someone be still be in a university here, maybe like level 300, almost completing, and apply for uh, a program outside there? Because they have been getting the chance. One of my uncle have been clicking me, but sometimes when he said like I look at it because I'm still schooling over here. I haven't completed yet, so I feel some way. That is my question.
Oh, okay. So Eric, it is possible for level 300 student to do a transfer application. So we have a section on the application called transfer. So you transfer all the credit from Ghana to the United States. That is one of the options. Others also think that when they complete undergrad in Ghana, they will be able to apply for masters and come and do it. So they will actually want to finish school completely, like undergraduate in Ghana. Then after that, they will apply for masters to come and do masters in the United States. So some people also opt for that option. So it is possible that you can do that option by doing the transfer student as a transfer student, where you bring your transcript and everything to the States to continue your undergrad until you finish. And others also opt to the fact that they want to finish everything completely, complete the undergraduate, then after that, they'll move to the United States to come and do their masters.
Okay, and this one too. Like, is it possible that maybe I'm a language student here, but I want to do like a different program altogether outside there? Is it possible like that?
Okay, so that one too is possible. It all depends on how well you are able to craft your statement of purpose. How well you are able to craft your statement of purpose. So if you're able to write to convince the admission committee that you, though you did maybe social science, but you have passion to do uh, maybe clinical psychology or something like that, you can still be given the opportunity to come and do. However, the fact is that they give priority to people who have the undergraduate like courses, those who have done the undergraduate courses in that area. So maybe you are competing with somebody who actually did, let's say, clinical psychology in undergraduate, where you don't have any background in clinical psychology. Priority may be given to that person because he has more in-depth knowledge in that area. Hello, Eric.
I'm okay.
Okay,
Thank you
you're,
very much.
you're welcome. Do we have any more questions? I think, Brother Simon, can you ask your question, please?
I think sometimes they forget and leave the hand raised up. So that might be the reason.
Okay, so if you have forgotten and you have not put down your hand, kindly put down your hand so that we will know the people who have raised their hands and we will let them ask their questions. But if you have questions, unmute yourself and ask so that we continue. If you have question, you can unmute yourself and ask.
I have questions. I forgot I was speaking. I didn't want mute. I'm sorry about that. So side by side, my question goes along with Mr. Eric's question. But then you made mention that full funding makes it easier, even during visa interview. It makes it easier for one to answer questions, and also it clears the way. Now, if I am still in level 200 or 300 now, and I'm still at the university, I don't want to do transfers to them, but I want to finish here, undergrad here. What are some of the things you will encourage I do within this time that I'm still in school that will help me secure full funding after I complete when I apply? That's my first question. And also,
So can I
sometimes,
answer the first question
okay,
before you
answer
continue?
that. Answer that, please.
Okay. So what it means is that I think currently we put this booking appointment with an expert into the group, and I was advising one of the guys who will be completing this year that what he has to do right now is to pay attention to the schools that gives full funding. When we put those visa transcripts inside the groups, when we say visa transcripts, those people who have gone for interviews and they have received their visas and they come and write all those stories that they went through, all those questions that they were asked. Sometimes we put them inside the group for them to also go through. So if a particular school has given funding to some people, it means that those schools have funding available And so if you are also applied to those schools, it's likely you can also get what funding. So what I would advise such an individual is that from now onwards, what he has to do is to pay attention to those schools that actually give funding to people. Write them down. Just get your code emails. I've also explained code emails, what they are. So get your code emails. Begin to send professors what emails to tell them that you are interested in their research area, and you wish that you want to like work with them and all that. You get it. So those are the advice I'll give to those people.
Okay. Okay. So can I ask my next question? Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, so somebody already said he's got 2 admissions. What would you say to people who are here that if they want to come 2024, what would you say to them when it comes to the need of speed? Some people have applied, are waiting for school to review. Some people are yet to submit maybe just a document or two, and then it will be reviewed. Some people have not applied at all, but maybe all these people, the group Spring and Fall 2024, what would you say to them if they don't want to fall out? Because it's a hot kick for the United States. It's a hot kick. What would you say to people? I mean, what would be your encouragement? Thank you.
Well, it seems your question is still not clear. If you can come again.
I'm sorry. What I was saying is that somebody said he's got admission already, so that is for 2024. If I can get it right now, what would you say to us here on the platform? What would you say when it comes to applying, when it comes to submitting our documents, if we really want to come fall 2024? What would you say? Because it is a competition. It is not any time we would be able to submit our documents that will give us admission, meaning there will be a time we can submit and will not get anything and we would have applied in vain. So what would you say when it comes to the speed involved and the competition involved? Thank you.
Okay, so as we can all see that somebody has even gotten to two admissions as of now, which means that this person, if funding has been given to him, then he would have gone for his visa interview or something. So my advice for everyone is that you should do it now. You should start applying right away. If you are still not applied to any school, then start right away. If you want to come in to the state in fall 2024, which means that August, July, August of this year, then you have to do your application right away. Some of the schools are closing applications in 15th of January. I think where I am, my school, the PhD is closing just 15th of this month, which is 2 days away from today. So what you have to do is that you have to actually put in the effort. Request for your transcripts, request for your English proficiency from your alma mater, the school that you attended, so that you can just start the application right away. Talk to the lecturers so that they'll give you recommendations. Those who are still in school and you want to apply in 2025, it is fine. Make friends with the lecturers, at least 3 lecturers, so that when you are out of school, you can let them write recommendations for you. So it is very competitive. And so the earlier you do, the better. I encourage everyone, if you don't know how to do it, just send us message. We can help you to find a way to do it. And this thing is not that difficult. It's like applying in Ghana now, how you attended university in Ghana, Tech, or let's say a UCC or Legon or a UDS or something. Any of the schools, UMass, any of the schools that you attended, or maybe University of Lagos or something. So it's the same thing. It's not all that difficult. You just put in your information, the school that you attended information. Please mute yourself for us. Then also, um, just some information you have to put in. Then you just key in the information of the lecturers. If email will be sent to them so that they will upload those recommendation letters. Those are the things you have to do, and you are good to go. You just wait, you pray, and you wait for the admissions to be released and your funding to be released to you. And I always advise that you shouldn't always apply for free schools. Sometimes pay for the application fees because the competition at the free app schools are high. A lot of people are applying to the free app schools, so the competition there is high. If you apply to schools that pay for the application fees, you realize that less people have applied to that school, and so you get a chance to enter. Those are a few techniques that you have to use to get into the US. Okay, so we have Brapita who has raised his hand. Can you ask your question, bro?
All right, thank you. So, in fact, this thing have been bothering me small. That is concerning law students. Law students, mostly when I'm doing applications, I've actually applied to a lot of schools, and almost all of them, I always realize that the law students, it occurs as if their application is different. And even sometimes giving of scholarship and other um, you know offers, it look as if the law students, they have some different um, application method. I don't know. So I want to know why. I don't know if you have any answer to that, why it is like that. If you are applying as other programs, it looks normal, but for law as in a program, it always occurs as if they have to do other things. So I want to know if there is anything behind that in the US.
Yeah, bro, you are right. Law, because it's a professional course, it's a professional program. Their way of entry is different from other programs. So they have their own way of allowing people into their programs. So if I think they have separate application process. And so most of the times they are different from other programs in the schools. So if you like medicine, those professional courses, law, and those big professional courses, they have their separate ways of admitting students. So that is what I can say. I think bro Eric has raised the hand again. Can you ask your question?
Eric, it seems he's talking but muted. So kindly check your listen if you're muted.
What I'm saying is that is it advisable to have all your document intact before applying, or you can apply while still working on your document?
Yeah, it's advisable that you get all your documents ready. Yeah. So get all your documents ready so that when you start the application, it's not now that you are waiting for this. But when we say the documents, the most I think the necessary ones are your transcripts, your English proficiency. The rest is the lecturers that will send it on your behalf. So uh, you just request for those transcripts, and then you are good to go.
That one I understand it perfect, but what I was rather much interested is about the visa aspect and the traveling aspect. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. So the visa there, you have to get all your documents ready, and then so the visa. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. So as I was saying, You can apply. You can once you get your passport ready, you can start application of your visa. Yeah, you can start booking of appointment dates and all those things. Then, as time goes on, you are getting all those documents ready. You are getting all those documents ready. The most important document needed at the visa interview is what I've mentioned, that your DS-160 confirmation page, your CGI portal confirmation page, that is appointment confirmation page, your passport, the two passport pictures, then your bank statements. Those are the significant documents needed at the interview. The rest are just an additional document, which will be also sometimes you'll be asked of your certificate. Your admission letter too is actually an important document. Then your funding letter. Those documents
Mm.
are very important. The rest are just an accompaniment. And so if those documents are available, you just go ahead and start your visa application. You get it. Even before you are given your I-20, sometimes some of the schools requires that you present your bank statement before they give you those I-20. You get it.
Okay.
Mhm. Do we have any more questions? Okay, so if there are no further questions, Peter Dennis, Roy, you have raised your hand again. Can you ask the
Yes.
question?
So sorry. In fact, this one is not a question. You know, you posted a file on the platform that contains sample statements of purpose. I really looked through that thing very carefully, but I realized I needed one for undergrad business administration, but I found none there. So I'm just trying to play that in case you have access to one of them, you help me to have access to it so that I'll look at it and then I need to write one.
Okay, so when I find out that one, I will let you know. So, bro, my advice for you, if possibly, you can try this university in Texas, Baylor University. Baylor University, they give good funding to undergrads, so possibly you can try that one.
Okay, you
And
say
Baylor, is it? Yeah, Baylor University. I'll give you the spelling.
okay. I'll be
Uh-huh.
very glad. All right.
Okay. So if there are no further questions, we'll pause here and continue next week. I wish you all the best.
We really, really appreciate.
Thank you very much for your time. And people should also, we are encouraged to book for appointments if they find a need on the platform. And also, this is free. I like to say this is free. It's of no charge. However, spread the YouTube channel to all others, and also share it with people, and let's grow the channel. The channel is what will help carry the information out there. So I don't know how you heard about the platform, but the YouTube channel, a time will come, will be the only place we may have to host meetings. So let's continue to share the channel out to people, and then let's grow it together so that as it becomes a bigger platform, that's where we'll have our meetings instead of a Google Meet. Okay, so thank you very much. The meeting comes on end. Brandon, your last words.
Okay, so I've said a lot already, and what I'm saying lastly is that if you are still not applied, do well to start the application right away, because time and tide wait for no man. And so the earlier you do, the better. The higher the chances of getting funding, admission and funding at the same time. So do it, put in the effort, and hoping that all things will work well. Thank you very much.
Well appreciated. Thank you so much. Honestly, this meeting is great. It's very good.
Thanks.
Some people are not joining though.
Oh, somebody just joined. One Charlotte Owonam. Please, Madam Charlotte, you can unmute.
I think when we close, then she joined. So
Yeah.
next week she can join us.
Yeah.
And we have the proceedings on YouTube, so you can go and watch everything that went on. Thank you very much.
Okay. Welcome.
Yeah. Please do diligence, okay? It's for your own good. Thank you very much.
Welcome.